What up, y'all? We have a video talking about Knox and what he's having to deal with as far as getting his channel possibly taken down, right? And it's a very serious matter because he's I would say he's up there as far as one of the best reaction slash breakdown channels when it comes to music. I mean, I've watched his stuff and learned so much as far as breakdowns with music, and he really is in that area, right? That he dominates in, and it's a thing where he basically explains and talks about that he has some stuff going on with UMG, and we're just gonna watch it and see what all he has to say.
All these strikes hit to make a video on it, but unfortunately and fortunately, I'm going to be playing my first sold out show of the summer in Brighton. Looking forward to that. And during a time when I should be preparing, when I should be looking ahead, unfortunately, we've got all this to deal with. And it looks like this is a situation that's not only affecting me, but affecting many other reaction channels out there. So you get this video in the hopes that it can create more awareness on this, that it can get some more coverage. And who knows, maybe there's a 1 in a million chance that someone at UMG watches this and has a change of heart, although I highly doubt it. So before we dive into this situation, let's do a quick crash course into how the YouTube copyright system works. I make a video breaking down an artist's song, I upload and publish it. Well, then the label, aka UMG, looks at it and goes, hey, you use our artist's song. And they'll deliver a copyright claim on that video. Or in more recent cases, they'll deliver a takedown notice and a copyright strike. Now,
so the copyright claim is you can still have the video up, you just can't monetize it, right? Which is fair. It's like, okay, cool, right? But you know, we're able to kind of still benefit in ways of growing the channel and getting out there to the subscribers who enjoy the music as well, and in hopes you can get people to support you by Patreon, merchandise and stuff. So there's ways around it. This is why he's been doing what he's able to do, because he has a Patreon and merchandise. But and then as he says, when the copyright strikes, is they strike it down and you can't utilize it because they don't want you to have any source of their video, of their material out on your video. So here we go.
You may look at it and go, well, hang on, what I'm doing is fair use. I have legal grounds. I have the right to appeal this. And you go through the appeal process. But that's where YouTube fails its content creators. Because once you fill out the form, once you send that appeal, it's not YouTube who decides your case. It's not YouTube who reviews your claim. It's not even a third-party agency who looks at it legally, who looks at it and can weigh in from a non-biased perspective. No, your claim and your appeal goes directly to the person or the agency or business who made the claim against you. Now, I don't think it takes a quantum physicist to connect the parallels here, but what do you think is going to happen when you appeal a claim and the person who originated that claim against you gets the chance to be the judge and decide on it? Are they out of nowhere just going to magically change their minds and remove the claim against you? Probably not. No. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the ones who originated the process in the first place. And this happens not only with music. This happens with movies. This happens with film. This happens with sports. This happens across all genres of music. The way that the copyright system is automated and set up. It definitely doesn't favor the content creators who are the backbone of how YouTube started in the first place. And for me, that's a shame because that's the appeal of YouTube. You know, anybody with an idea, anybody with a dream can publish a video. And there's always sort of that entrepreneurial content creation spirit that was so appealing about YouTube that many people flocked to. And it was
back to what he was talking about, how YouTube first started before it became too big of a corporate type thing. You know, it was a thing where you share everything that you enjoy about what you like, and people find you through that and finding something that's y'all both relate to, which, you know, y'all connect in a way. You know, if you like gaming, you post your favorite gaming content on there, and they find the gaming videos and y'all like this certain game. So it might be about movies, it might be about cars, it might be whatever, and it's still the same. You know, you can do it, but there's definitely has been as I would say, where when a company becomes more more like how should I say, more suited, more commercial, more so open within the stock market where investors and things can have their hands into. Yeah, a lot of stuff just changes. So YouTube is not the same compared to 10 years ago and even 15 years ago. It's just not the same, you know. But just keep going.
Individual content creators who really helped to uplift this platform in its early years and help it take off. And I'm not the only one who's made videos on the broken content ID system, on the broken copyright claim system. There are many videos out there. It's very easy to do a search on it. And it's just a shame because it really feels like, especially in recent years, caring for its individual creators has been pushed aside by YouTube. It's more about automated systems. It's more about favoring the bigger businesses and telling us to wait outside while some of these multinationals, some of these big labels, some of these huge entities, well, they're the ones who get to negotiate their own deals behind closed doors. So where does that leave this channel? Well, I've been wading these waters for years. I've been in constant threat of dealing with claims, of dealing with strikes, of possibly having my channel removed. And I've managed to navigate these very shaky waters, but I've managed to, find a way to survive and to keep the channel floating. True. That is until recently. Now, I've warned of this as one of the possible repercussions of the Drake and Kendrick lawsuit, and the fact that reactors were being named in the lawsuit, the fact that the whitelisting and allowing reactors to monetize a music release was being used as evidence in court, and what it could possibly lead to in terms of the labels just really cracking down on reaction channels, on breakdown channels. And unfortunately, in recent weeks, I've noticed that UMG has become just incredibly aggressive with its copyright system. Normally, it was a claiming system. Now they're really starting to abuse and to use copyright strikes and take down notices as a weapon to just mute out creators. I've honestly never seen such a shift in tactics from them, and unfortunately, my channel is one of those in the firing line. This Friday, I have 3 copyright strikes that are due to hit my channel. Now, These aren't claims. These are actual takedown notices and strikes that are due to be served on my channel this Friday from Universal Music Group. And last week I made a post about getting a copyright strike from Empire, which means that on Friday, it's kind of just a huge day on this channel and a very impactful day because I will be over YouTube's 3-strike limit. Now back to the YouTube copyright system.
That is a scary thing, man. When you wake up or you look in your email and you see that you have 3 copyright strikes or 2 or even getting 1 copyright strike, of course, I think over time it will roll off. I think, but you just don't know when you get 1. You're like, okay, if I got 1, that anytime they can find another one, copyright strike my stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a very scary and stressful thing. I mean, the guy has put so much time into his channel to be at 1,000,000 subscribers. You would think that YouTube will look a little bit more deeper into the channel to make sure that he's legit and that he's not abusing people's material. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he's grown and had this many videos out now, why copyright strike due to using someone's video or music when he's been doing it so long? It's like now you give him a copyright strike. It doesn't make sense there.
They operate a 3-strike and you're out rule. So if you get 3 or more strikes, that's it. Your channel can get permanently banned and removed from YouTube. You can't make any alternate accounts. You're done. That is the coup de grace for content creators. The other scary thing is that while you're undergoing this process of review and hopefully trying to appeal it, they can freeze your channel so that you can't upload any videos, which means I can't generate revenue, which means I can't earn a living because I am literally being frozen out from creating content on this account, which from my perspective is absolutely insane. Now I get it. Reaction channels have always operated in a gray area when it comes to fair use and copyright. But I've spoken with multiple lawyers about this. And if there's one channel that very solidly fits into the criteria of transformative content, of operating within fair use, it's this one. When we take a 3-minute song and we transform it into a 25-minute video, talking about things such as production, lyricism, wordplay, rhyme schemes.
Yep.
You know, even commenting on the visual themes, commenting on overall concepts, on symbolism. You know, the deep dives that this channel is known for. I mean, I say that this is a reaction channel, but in reality, this is a breakdown channel. You know, I strive to make educational content. I do these deep dives and these analysis to try to,
And he's one of the best ones. I really will vouch for that. He's one of the best ones that does it into that level.
get people to just appreciate the music, the art of making the music, the techniques that are used, and what goes into it further. And all you have to do is go into the comment section of one of my videos to see how I help people appreciate the music or that artist further. I mean, through these very videos, I've created new fans for that artist. And this is one thing I've never understood. You know, even Harry Mack once called us the modern era
Shout out
DJs,
Harry Mack.
because we help to put people onto new artists. We help people to find new music to listen to. I mean, surely there's a symbiosis to be had between labels and reaction channels where we both can win, where we both can gain. You know, labels put out their artists and we help to promote their artists. We actually help to drive more traffic, more engagement, more appreciation to their artists and to their releases. But unfortunately, short-sighted greed is taking precedent in this situation. And, you know, it's a shame to see, because I really feel like there's a long-term gain here. And this is a situation, I'm talking about me and my perspective, but it doesn't just impact me. You know, this has an effect, this has an impact on all reaction channels.
This is, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let him finish this, and I got some. And it's kind of scary, guys. I mean, you have to really hear this. This is a red flag that you're seeing going on. I feel like within the time span of coming years, reaction music, like not reaction channels, but reaction music is about to die. It's about to die. Reaction music channels are about to die off, and because it's just not it. Like these are the last giants I feel like are left standing. They're able to. He said it in the beginning. He's been waving out moving the waves. You know what I'm saying? Like he's able to somehow stay in the game of doing this. This is a very hard game. I've told y'all this before in a couple of my videos back. This is not a easy thing to do when getting to music reactions. And if you have somebody who's your favorite content creator or / music reactor that primarily most of their content is music reactions and y'all watch a lot of it, definitely try to find some ways to support, whether it's through Twitch, Patreon, or whatever. I mean, you don't have to really do it all the time, but just find some type of way to support. Watch their other videos. Encourage to watch their other videos that they make that's outside of music reactions, so that way they can find ways to create, to be able to make that sustainable, right? Now, some people might argue, well, then just don't, get a job or whatever. But you telling me somebody like him who's been doing it for a long time, now suddenly he has to go get a job, and this is now what he's used to? No, it ain't gonna be that easy, dog. Like, I'm sure he's gonna find other ways to do stuff, but again, it's you gotta think about it. Like, if you're enjoying that content and it's something that you really enjoy and you want to see it thrive, you gotta find ways to support it so that way it can stay living. If not, it's gonna die off. And this is what you're seeing. Like, he's in a battle right now of losing his channel, which is one of the most scariest things
out there. You know, if someone who really makes this transformative content and does these deep dives and analysis is getting targeted, right, is getting put in the firing line, I mean, just the impact of that across the industry, across this community of reactors, of breakdown channels that we have built, like it is going to continue to have huge impacts and huge implications. And reaction channels have been fighting this fight for many years. You know, actually dealing with the copyright system, dealing with strikes, dealing with the threat of having your channel removed, right? Of having your livelihood taken away from you is the reason why a number of reaction channels over the years have actually quit or just stopped publishing videos, because they are afraid. Now, obviously, I'm going to fight this. And If this does get taken to the court of law, then I will update everyone, all my socials. Hopefully I can still post on here, but I will start a GoFundMe. And yeah, we will take this and battle it out in the courts if it comes to that. But there are still steps to take in between that. But here's the issue with YouTube's broken system and an aggressive billion-dollar corporation who seems to want to abuse it. These copyright strikes will hit me on Friday. I can then go in and fill out the form and go through the process of appealing it. Now, once I start that window, it opens up a 10-day business window for the label to decide whether or not they are going to take legal action against me. And they have to show to YouTube that they are going to take me to court, which can be a pretty scary prospect when you think about how powerful and how large UMG is. You know, I'm just one person at the end of the day. I'm just doing something that I love and that I'm passionate about. And I've been lucky enough to create a living off of this, to provide for my family. I'm a father of twin daughters. And yeah, it is frightening to sit here and think, will I be doing this job in a few weeks? Will I be doing this job in a few months? Because you think about the implications, you think about lawsuits and court and lawyers and legal fees and how much all that costs. And yeah, it's a massive, daunting task and mountain that you're facing. But honestly, going to court, not going to court, it probably doesn't even matter to UMG because they know what is really happening by using this sort of tactic and by just taking advantage of the system in this way. Because during that 10-day period that they have to decide whether they're taking me to court or not, my video gets removed from YouTube, meaning I get 0 views on it. I get 0 likes. The analytics just go straight down. And any YouTuber will tell you, if you want to kill a video, if you want a video to die out, when that video comes back and is able to be republished after 2 whole weeks, what do you think is going to happen?
Nothing.
It's going to do absolutely nothing. It's as good as gone, as good as deleted. So I take on board all this legal risk. I take on board all this stress, all this wondering what if. Even given the fact that I know from a legal perspective, I am making transformative content. There is no way you can tell me you can listen to a 3-minute song by watching my video, right? When it transforms into a 25-minute video, that is above and beyond what anyone can say is transformative content, right? Yeah. We are operating well within fair use, but that doesn't matter.
That's like taking every 5 seconds you taking something from it and you dissecting it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Every 5 to 10 seconds you're taking something and dissecting it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that, like, in today's age, a lot of labels still don't see that you got people who are bringing value to their artists by doing reactions and breakdowns. That's why, like, you don't really see a lot of content. You might wonder why I don't post a lot of music reactions on my channel, because I'm like, bro, I want to long term be able to do this. And I don't want to down the line end up having my channel taken away from me because of not involving in just trying other stuff and creating other content on the channels. So yeah, you're going to see different things variety wise on the channel. And I'm experimenting, I'm figuring out what I want to do on the channel and how I'm going to find another area of niche to go in that will work for me. And so yeah, you're gonna see a lot of different random stuff, not random, but just different things on the channel that I'm experimenting and trying to work out outside of just music reaction. So just because you don't see music reaction doesn't mean I'm just switching up for no reason. It absolutely has to do with this, right? When you begin to able to actually make it a full-time or even just build a community, the worst thing you want to see is you wake up and then you see that you have multiple copyright strikes, that you won't have that channel anymore. This guy built up to 1 million subscribers and you're telling me now he's in a chance of losing his channel when he has to support 2 daughters and his family, and his mom got through battling cancer. This was help him. This channel that he had was able to allow him to take care of his mom when she was battling cancer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the power of it, whether you want to call it or not, that you think that this guy is talented or whatever he does with his channel, and you feel whatever you feel, he's not doing nothing harmful. And he's expressing in ways of music that anybody who loves music makes music. It's the same thing if you love video games, if you love Blues Clues. If you love whatever you love and you talk about it, you break it down to this every means possible, then you're gonna find an audience for that, and that's what he has done. So it's just something to keep in mind, man. Like, this is a very serious thing because it's like red flags for music reactors. Like, you can't, in today's age, you can't just do music reactions. You can't, especially if you're looking to do this long term, whether it's for the community or whether it's for a career. You just can't do it.
Because say UMG is even aware of that. Say UMG goes, right, we're not going to take him to court. They still let that 10 days run. They still let my video be deleted for 10 days. And when I do get my video back, even though everything is on my side with that, the video's gone. And the thing is, it's not likely to stop at these Fridays videos, right? It seems like every Friday now, UMG is just starting to get into this trend of getting very aggressive. And that's when they start just slapping out their copyright strikes. That's when they start slapping out their takedown notices. So let's say I take 3 videos on this week, right? And then Friday comes through and this week's videos get a couple more. And then next week's videos get a couple more. And then we start to create a situation in a case where I'm doing nothing but spending half of my time filling out paperwork, filling out forms to legally fight these videos. When at the end of the day, I'm just losing like half of my content on this channel, right? In terms of views, in terms of analytics, those videos are going. So like half of the videos I'm working through each and every week are gone after a week. And there's nothing I can do while I fight the situation. Right. So from a perspective of the algorithm, from a perspective of how my channel is performing, according to YouTube, because everything's automated on YouTube nowadays, it's not like a human is looking at these things, right? The analytics are going like this because I'm dropping views, because half of my videos are getting deleted until I can get them restored. But over time, the cumulative factor is that my viewership is down. My viewership is going like this, which means eventually I'm going to stop getting recommended as much in the algorithm, right? That'll trigger to the automation system that, hey, this is an underperforming channel, right? The viewership isn't there. The engagement isn't there. Well, that's because my videos are just going like this. And then all that sees is just a complete drop in it. And according to the automated algorithm, well, that's it. Something's wrong with that video. That video is not right. So even though I win the technical and legal battle, UMG ensures that my channel just becomes like a ring wraith and I slowly fade into the shadow realm over time. And they guarantee the slow but eventual destruction of this channel. Now, why is UMG doing this? I saw that Cliff Beats made a video covering this situation. I've also seen Oliver Anthony go on a podcast and talk about it as well. But very quietly behind the scenes, UMG has been really trying to monopolize the music industry. They've recently tried to purchase CD Baby, and that's now being involved in an antitrust investigation within the European Union. But basically, they're trying to buy up all the different avenues, all the different resources, and just essentially take full control of the industry. So
that's crazy.
It's boxing out independent artists, and I am 100% independent, right?
Yeah, monopoly control right there. It's very criminal. I can tell you that. Very criminal. Like, dude, how much money do you need? Damn. Like, let people just do their own thing. Like, they getting crumbs anyway compared to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So even my distributor now, if that becomes owned by UMG, well, what do you think UMG is going to do when they start pushing recommended music to the Spotify algorithms, when they start pushing it out to Apple Music, right? When they start pitching it, because that's what we can do through our distributors. Well, obviously they're going to favor their signed artists. They're going to favor who they have. And if they control all the different aspects of the distribution process, of the publishing process, of the release process, that just tips all the cards in their favor. And we basically all have to play by their rules. And this is a developing situation with UMG. More people are starting to blow the whistle on them to create awareness of this situation. It's something I haven't fully dived into yet that I am going to look into. I might even make another video just specifically covering that and covering what UMG is trying to do and move massively behind the scenes, because it has an impact not only on reaction channels, but on artists themselves.
Yes, that's what I was going to say real quick, is that as someone who is a creative, a content creator, and an artist myself, I'm seeing in real time, we are seeing in real time where artists and content creators that in specific niche when it comes to music are really going through a tough time. And there's really no money. Like there's really no money to really support. So you're really about to see struggling, dying artists out here. If you're not out finding ways to be very innovative and you haven't really built a community, it's gonna be hard, man. Like, and you might start seeing people doing some things that they normally don't do just so they can start actually make means work when it comes to the music. So, like I said, man, um, at the end of the day, it's like you just gotta find ways to evolve. But when you got people who monopolizing things and certain stuff like that, yeah, man, it makes people just like doubt, not want to like play the game fair no more. And like that's when you start seeing people buying streams to make their numbers look good so people can take them serious. You got people doing certain stuff that unethical just so they can be able to, it's just crazy, man.
One battle at a time. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm 100% independent. I'm proud of that. And I've always believed in fan power. I believe in this community that we've created. So why create a video like this? To let you guys know, to keep you updated so that you understand. And who knows, maybe we get it shared. Maybe we can get it out there. Maybe you can start tagging UMG, start tagging YouTube. Maybe we can get this copyright system
UMG don't care.
fixed. Or
They don't
maybe
care.
we can just create awareness and hopefully, even though it's a small chance, maybe someone at UMG sees it and that they can adjust in terms of their striking and their aggression that they've really taken on board these past couple weeks. And in the meantime, I'm also making this video to update you guys because let's say it's a worst case scenario. Let's say it's doomsday. Friday hits, the strikes hit, and I get frozen out of uploading videos on this channel. And then I won't be able to fully update you guys. You guys are now aware of what's going on behind the scenes, aware of the situation, and I'm going to be shifting to my Patreon then. So I will be using my Patreon to publish videos that get deleted, that are gone for the 10 days while I fight them. Also, if I can't upload new videos.
Knox, bro, I'm about to say this. I should have said this earlier ago in the video. Definitely Patreon, but for sure, bro, go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. And this is what made me thought about it. Like, yo, if you guys want to see me do music reactions still, I'm thinking of doing them live on Twitch and like Kick or something like that, like live streaming. Not on YouTube because, again, man, it's just when you got labels in and they control whether or not how you distribute. Some of them don't even really want you having their music uploaded. I've had music where I try to upload it and it was like, yo, due to copyright reasons, you can't upload this. It's blocked from all regions. And I'm like, dang, I just spent like 15, 20 minutes breaking down a video and going hard on it, bringing my best effort, and it can't even be uploaded. So it's just like things like that. But no, man, Patreon, if you might, he's tapped into a lot of reactions community channels. I don't know if he's watching this, but bro, if you're watching this, someone clip it. If y'all know, clip it, tell him like, yo, go to Twitch, go to Kick, go to these streaming platforms that allows you to stream it, and then just do a breakdown, like just explaining and talk about what you think about hearing it on YouTube, but actually do the live breakdown on Twitch and Kick. Like, I think that'll be actually something dope. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta find ways to like evolve and like go around things and not put yourself in a situation where it's gonna be like this, because we got so much more tools now we can utilize. And but right now he's battling that, so that's not something that's on his mind right now. But I would definitely say before it's too late, man, go Twitch, go Kick, and Patreon, live stream your reaction breakdowns, because you just one hell of a great breakdown / reactor when it comes to the music type of content. And yeah, anyways, let's play the rest of it and let it ride out.
Videos, and there's new breakdowns to do, new requests. I will be using my Patreon then as a tool and hopefully as an outlet, because we've got an amazing community on there. We've got a lot of great content on the Patreon, a lot of content that I'm proud of. And I've been slowly building that up over the years too. And it's crazy to think, honestly, that, I've been on YouTube for 13 plus years now. I've been making videos on this platform
Incredible
for a long
milestone.
time. And even through the ups and the downs and the things that I complain about, like, I still am so grateful to have this platform, because at the end of the day, I just love music. I just love hip hop. I love making music. I love talking about it. And I've been so fortunate to share this platform with you all, to connect with you. And yeah, it really has been incredible. And I'm so thankful for that, no matter what happens, no matter where we go from here, no matter what the future holds. And I just want to thank you guys for, all the time spent, watching my videos, having patience with me for making these longer videos, these longer contents. Like, I remember when I first started, all the complaints that I got of all the pauses, all the things that I was doing, but I kept with it, and I believe that we could truly create a community of people who appreciate music on a deeper level and really want to deep dive into the art. And look at that, and look what we built, and look where we came to. So if you want to jump on the Patreon, if you want to show some support, there's all kinds of tiers, but there's a $1 tier on there, $1 a month tier. Again, it all helps. It all goes a long way. I'll put the links down there so you can join up, so you can stay tapped in with us. But anyways, that's all I got. I mean, yeah, this is scary, unfamiliar territory, but I believe everything happens for a reason. And I'm aware that I have an amazing community on here behind me. And thank you guys for everything. Let's not let this be the end, but the beginning of something new and something greater. All right,
Man, you can tell it's definitely like something that's bothering him, because like I said, he puts so much work in it. It's basically you know over 10 years that he's put into that channel, and raised it, and took care of his family, took care of him and people he cares about, and connect, and has so many amazing opportunities. And I just really hope that everything goes well for him. And so yeah, like I said, man, definitely do the Patreon, but also do live streaming on Kick and Twitch, and do some multi streaming, man, because that's kind of like where it's gonna be at for people who are into like this stuff that he's doing, man. And yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all want to see any music reactions on, and just stuff like this that I'll be doing, breakdowns, and just chilling, doing live streaming. I've been getting my internet. I got some new, faster, better internet, and I got a good PC, and I'm thought about doing that. So I'm gonna make a separate video about that and talks, but this just aligned up perfectly today, of not in a good way for him, but just in what my segue to be able to talk. But anyways, video is long enough. See you in the next one.